Today we're going to learn how to use Book Creator to help us publish our books. So listen carefully as we go through all of the steps. You can pause the video at any time so that you know how to do the different things on Book Creator. First thing that you want to do is open Book Creator and go to the top corner right here, and it says New Book. Press New Book. After you open New Book, there are going to be 3 choices of new books that you can create. And this just tells you what type of book you want to create, what shape of book that you want to create. We have a portrait book, that means your book will go the long way. Or we have a square book, which means your book will be shaped like a square. And finally, we have a landscape book, which means your book will shape like a rectangle. I think I'm going to do a landscape book. After you have selected landscape, you will see a book cover that comes up. And I'm going to explain to you some of the things that you can do with the book cover. Right here is a very important sign that you want to remember. It's the plus sign. Because if you press the plus sign, it will allow you to add different things onto your book. This arrow is also important because once you press that arrow, that means you'll go to the next page. So do not press that arrow until you're done with the book. This eye in a circle allows you to delete or add different things to your book. And this last square with an arrow in it allows you to save your book, and you can save your book to iBooks, which I'll show you at the end. These 2 things over here, My Books and Pages, it allows you to go back to all the books you have created. And Pages lets you see all the pages that you've created in your book. You can also delete your pages, which I'll show you at the end. All right, the plus sign is very important because you can add different things to your book. And this is probably the most important part of using this app to publish something. First, you can add photos. So if you press the plus sign, you can add photos. If you press the plus sign again, you can take a picture by pressing the camera button that I just circled. You can write on your book by pressing the pen, or you can add text. And when I say add text, that means you can type what you want to say. Some people like to use their pen, some people like to type. If you want to record some things on your book, you can press add sound. I've decided to add photo. So what I did was I pressed the plus sign and then I pressed add photo from camera roll because I have a lot of pictures in the camera roll already, and I'm going to do this book about Martin Luther King, and so you can see that I add a picture of some of Martin Luther King Jr.'s books. One thing that's really important is when you see these blue dots around your picture, that means you can make your picture bigger, you can make your picture smaller, but you can also delete your picture by going to the eye and then pressing delete. When you want to delete your photo, you want to make sure that those blue dots right here are selected. And then you go to the eye, like I said earlier, and then you press delete, and the picture will disappear. Here's the new page of the book. I pressed the arrow, which took me to the new page. Right now it's blank, but if I wanted to add text, add a picture, add sound, I'll press the plus sign and begin working. Again, if you see 4 blue dots around, you can make it bigger and smaller to add more things to your page. Here's a little more about how to add sound. What I did first was I pressed the plus sign like we've learned earlier, and then you will see a box show up that says add sound. And in the middle, there's a big red circle that says start recording. When you want to start recording, you press the red circle and you start recording. As soon as you press the circle, it will start recording, so you want to start talking right away. When you want to be done, you will press the red square and it will stop recording. This icon will appear after you add sound. Again, you see the 4 blue circles around that, and if you press the I, you can delete this recording if you don't like it. However, if you press onto the speaker, you can hear yourself to see, is it good or is it bad? And if it's good, you can leave it. If it's not, you can press I and delete. And delete is right there. When I'm all done with the book, I can now save it someplace else. And remember this box over here with the arrow? That's what I want to press. I can press that, and then they give us three options. We can open it in iBooks, we can open it in Evernote, we can open it in Dropbox. But for this purpose, we're going to focus on opening iBooks so that we can create a library for all of our classmates. So you want to press open in iBooks. Your book will appear in iBooks on the shelf. Right now, you can see one example of a book that I have made, but eventually, I hope that it will be all filled up with books. That is a short tutorial on how to use Book Creator. Like I said, I want you to really try being explorers and trying to figure out your problems on your own as fast as you can. Remember, if you try, the problem, your answer to your question is usually answered right away if you just take a little time and look around the app. Good luck!